Hello everyone, my name is Loco and welcome back to some more City Skylines. Today I'm gonna be continuing my playthrough, and as always I will be playing for about an hour, and I'm gonna be cutting out all of the boring parts so you don't have to sit through it. Now, looking back at what we created last episode, I see this entire beautiful region, right? It looks crazy cool actually. I really like the way it looks, and it seems to actually be functioning relatively well right now as well. Not really having any issues. Are there any cars in the middle? That would actually be cool if cars decide to go through the middle as well. Although I don't really see why I would ever do that if I were living here. Hey, there's one. There's one. There's one car right here because I made one house on that end on accident. But anyways, looking at this, I was like, okay, this area seems a little bit empty up here, you know? Like, I think we can just fill this in, and that way we can also fix whatever is going on in this area right now. Because, well, there's some problems. So I'm thinking about continuing the city over here at least a little bit, and just, you know, keep on expanding the area that we have so it's a little bit more connected. So I think that's where we're gonna start off this episode. So there we go. I made the first little bit of a pattern over here. We're likely gonna make this like a woodland over here as well, so that should be good. We just need to probably delete at least a little bit what we got going on over here, just to make sure that everything, you know, looks a little nicer as well. We don't want it to be awful. That's the idea, right? So as long as we connect it like that, and then have this connected over there, that should work just fine. Yeah, that will work. Alright, and let's make, well, we're gonna make one more corner just like that as well. I do want to have it connecting it over to this other area as well. I just want to see what the correct way of doing that would be. I mean, this alone would already do it. We made two roads right here that are both connected to this place. I'm just worried that it will cause some traffic jams. Maybe we can like make a straight angle over here. And I think it's now just a matter of adding on the roads over here as well. So I think this may actually like help a little bit with the traffic as well. We could add like a second exit over here. Should we do that? Although that may not look very good though. It's more about looks than functionality, right? Like that? I mean, at the very least it will give like a different exit over here. Nah, I'm gonna delete this for now. I don't really like this. But anyways, time to start zoning in this little area as well, and make sure that it's part, I guess, of the Lokopian Woodlands right here. Make sure it's at the very least like part of a district. I think that'll do. We may just have to add in a couple more trees here. We'll do like a mix of the normal trees that we've been using all along, and then a couple of palm trees as well. We'll use it like that. So there we go. That is those trees. A couple more. And a couple there. And then a couple of palm trees as well, just, you know, to mix it up. And to make sure that it ties in with the beach a little bit better. Ooh, these people need water. I didn't really think about those kind of things. I'm sorry, guys. My sincere apologies. And I think we'll do something similar on the other end as well. Just to make sure that it's all, like, connected and nice and stuff. I like this a lot better, though. Just the idea of having a bit more space here. Or a little bit more, like, filled-in space. Sounds about right. I think I'm making my districts relatively small to begin with anyway. And we're throwing away a lot of money like that. Looks like we made a house. I'm not even sure if that was the idea. I didn't mean to make a house, but hey, it works. We'll just have to add like a whole lot of trees here in the middle. I think. Like a lot of them. Just like fill in that little square thing. I don't know exactly where the square ends though. Alright, there we go. We made a nice little patch of trees there in, in the middle of my house. There we go. Okay, so we got one, you know, one exit over here that is connecting in over here. So there's a bit of an interesting looking one, but it should work out just fine. I will do something similar over on the other end, I suppose. Maybe right over here. Let me make sure I actually delete this one at the bottom, and we'll do something like that as well over here. Oh, wow. These are normal industries right here. We don't need those. Go away, guys. We want you to be gone. We want you all to be pretty trees. We want trees here. We don't want any of this stuff. Just notice that they're trying to sneak in normal industrial zones here. I don't really think I like the look of this too much. I mean, it looks cool, but not in this area. We can maybe make it work in some other place, but definitely not over here. Everything is super straight, and then all of a sudden there's a house. Nope, not gonna happen. Alright, so I decided to move the exit that is up there over here instead. So there's a little bit more maneuverability, I suppose. And I guess we'll make sure that this is also connected over like that. This should work out just fine. Like this, I think. I don't really see why it wouldn't. I cannot imagine having my business over here in this darkest little corner of the world. But whoever wants to buy it can get it, I suppose. It's just a matter of, once again, zoning in this area and making sure that it's part of the other districts. So we're gonna do exactly that. I'm not gonna use that big of a one, but we'll use this one and start zoning in, you know, this little additional area as well. I don't think there's anyone in the world that zones in areas as carefully as I do. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. But this should work just like this. Now it's just a matter of adding on the trees once again to this area as well, because we're also gonna make sure that this is gonna be, you know, a lumber party over here. And obviously that's a little unfortunate for the trees in the middle there, but those will get changed up. It's just that we have like a suitable area for this sort of stuff. All right, there we go. So now it's just a matter of, once again, zoning in this place as well. Actually, let's make sure that they have water before they start complaining about it. This should work just fine though. Just quickly clicking through everything. Doesn't have to be very clean. It's on the ground anyway. And now it's just a matter of making sure that we have all of the, you know, the different needs in here. So I think we're gonna start adding on, we'll start with some lower residential. Couple of the big spaces can be filled with lower residential, and then on the outside bits I want to be having, oh, this would be an awesome place to live, by the way, with the trees in the middle. But on the outside places I want to have a little bit more of like a industrial zone. I don't mind putting the industrial zone on the outside here, just because you know, it's actually trees. It doesn't look bad, you know. You just have to make sure that it's all part of the district, because else we get the same problem as we had on the other end. So the Lokopian Woodlands, by far the biggest zone that I got, actually. Like, by far. It's not even remotely close to anything else. I like it, though. It's a nice place, and we get a lot of lumber from it. We have even 2 train stations in this zone. There are so many trucks moving everywhere that are all foresting trucks right there. They're all forestry trucks. They're going everywhere over this entire region. Maybe we should have put, like, a roundabout in here somewhere. That may have been the smarter move, because, well, this is not really working. Guess we can make like a second entrance over here. I don't think that's really gonna fix it. It doesn't add any traffic lights though, so there's that. Maybe we can do this something similar over here. Bit of a curved road. At the very least, like, you know, have a little bit more space for people to move onto. Okay, I like this. I like this area. Look at that. That's pretty. That works well. And it's all full with stuff, you know? There's things to do. Sadly, there's still no people walking on my beautiful beach. I mean, how can you have a house right over here and never ever go to this beach? I literally provided like the perfect place here for tourists and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I would do that all the time. But it, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. The next little project that I would like to fix as well is have these 2 areas connected. So right now, these areas are connected underground for the most part, but since we moved up the motorway, we have a lot of space here that we can still work with. The only thing I don't really like in this game about the industrial zones is how it leaves this weird purple, like, I don't know, pinkish goo on the ground. I don't know why it has to be that color. I mean, the trees are look different in it as well, and I understand it's polluted and stuff, but I mean, it looks weird. Either way though, I did add on a second incineration plant right here. And what I'm gonna do is actually remove the landfill site that we got going on over here. And instead, you know, make sure that these 2 places are connected just like that. And we'll make some more of these curly, you know, these curly roads over here as well. So I added some extra of these curly roads, and I'm just making sure that we have the same pattern going on that we already had in this district. So it doesn't look like it's, you know, standing out in the crowd. We want to have it look absolutely normal to the rest of this. Okay, now it's on to moving into this area right here. So these are connected just fine. Oh, apparently they have a bit of a water problem. There you go. But now it's a matter of adding on something over here as well, because this is a little too empty for my liking, and we're busy filling in the blanks. So we'll start adding on something cool. I mean, it isn't much different. It's just like an additional thing. So as you can see, you know, I just made a little bit of a bit extra right there. So we have some more space to connect places. Now the last bit that we have over here is this area right here. And I'm thinking we're gonna do a similar pattern as we got going on over here. But obviously have it connect into the Lokopian tunnels instead. So we'll see exactly how we want to do that. I'm thinking about just creating a road that goes from here and, like, you know, curves in. Just like we have going on over here. Something like that. Okay, so that's 2 of the roads done. So we got 1 moving up there. And then we need 1 more on the other end as well. Just like we have going on over here. We're leaving a little bit more space between them, I just noticed. But it shouldn't be a big deal. Didn't really like the way that one looked. Let's see if we can make it maybe a little bit closer together instead. I don't know why it creates these weird, like, black parts right here. I'm not sure. For some reason, it isn't doing it for me. It's not cool. It doesn't look right. There we go. That's much nicer. That is much nicer like that. And just make sure that this road is a little curved as well. So, you know, we have it tying in. At least, like, relatively normal. Just like that. Cool. Alright, so I added on the paths on the beach as well. The only thing that we now need to add on, you guessed it, is about a gazillion trees. Because I want to have them right next to these paths as well as the road in the middle. I am adding a crazy amount of trees. I wish you could see the amount of clicks I've done in this game. It's kind of crazy. Oh, snap. I did the wrong trees as well. Oh, man, that sucks. Alright, I need to add palm trees in here. Well, deleting goes a heck of a lot faster. Okay. That's all of the beach done right here. There's already a pretty massive undertaking right there, but at the very least, you know, we have this entire pattern continued everywhere. And now it's just a matter of adding in this path as well. Alright, my hands are toast, but at the very least we managed to make it all the way over here. A couple more on either end here. But this is it. Alright, now it's just a matter of zoning in this place as well. And then we have everything done that we really wanted to do in this episode. We made a lot of progress so far. I like it. Okay, so that is one end all the way colored in. So people can move in here. And now it's just a matter of adding in the other end as well. And obviously we have to be careful that we don't delete our own trees once people start moving in. Okay, so that's this entire area zoned in as well. Time to make sure it's part of the district. And, well, we should probably give it water as well, because people probably want some water. Actually, there's most of it already connected. Except for up here. Alright, guys, so that is gonna be it for this episode right here. But we made some good progress. We made this area right here that is being populated and is working very well. And it is also actually giving a bunch of people jobs over there. So, you know, that's very useful. Then we have this area that we created over here as well. That is looking pretty interesting too. And it works, you know, remarkably well with a bunch of trees right there in the middle. And then we continued the beach over to this place where people are yet to move in, but that's just gonna take a little bit of time. And we added on some nice additional parts over here that people can live at as well. So definitely like this sort of stuff, you know, just filling in the blanks, I suppose, of what we already have and what we still want to be creating. The next part, we'll see what we're gonna do. If you have like a great suggestion of something that we really do need to build, by all means, let me know down below in the comment section of the video, because I will be reading it, and you know, I'm always looking for suggestions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one.